And as this room fill up, be sure to hit that like button, share this content, let that friend, that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. That's including the Brinks truck. Parsons will get paid eventually. Let's get it. Bring them baskets. Bring them baskets. Yep. Come on. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Come on with it. Mama said there'll be days just like this. Good morning. Good afternoon. And good evening. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on with it. All right. All right, Cowboy Nation. Appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in. The name is Law Nation. Without hesitations nor deviations to the matter, Cowboy Nation, as we continue to grind and shine, the name is Law Nation, Cowboy Nation. As this room fill up, be sure to let people know, man, where to go, where to find Cowboys content and beyond. It's always a pleasure talking to you guys, getting things going in the right direction, right? Cowboy Nation. The movie of the matter is, what will be the ticket price for Micah Parsons? What would be the ticket price? Because so many things goes around the way when you start talking about Cowboys and everything of these nature. But let me see if I can play this audio, because I think that Micah will be one of the highest paid players, non-quarterback players in the National Football League. It's just that the Joneses, they love to stretch this out, and that's just how it goes. Let me know if y'all can hear audio.
Many camps are underway, so next year has begun. Micah Parsons was at the first day of Cowboys minicamp yesterday, despite an ongoing contract dispute. He and the team have not had meaningful discussions since March. However, the All-Pro remains hopeful that he and Jerry Jones can strike a deal.
I'm pretty hopeful and still, hanging tight. Like I understand, it's up to him, and he gives the green light on everything. So hopefully, start this done, by next month.
You said you'll be on the field. Will you practice in Oxnard without a deal?
We'll see. It's time to tell.
Time will tell. I would say that the Cowboys will eventually pay this particular guy as we look at everything and we're seeing how the processes of everything goes with this particular team and beyond. Hold on, let me get my chat area together. Yeah, I appreciate y'all so much for y'all support. Hold on, boom, boom, boom. Yes, indeed. Okay, there we go. And then I got to slide. Hold on, I got to slide this into the. There we go. Ooh, we in there. There we go. Boom. Boom shakalaka. Boom shakalaka. All right, so bam, we in there. All right, so appreciate everybody, man, for your patience. The time will tell it of what is going to happen, because the overall concept of Micah Parsons being paid for what he's getting paid is first and foremost, I can't even talk today. First and foremost, the overall conception would be, all right, TJ Watt, what he's getting. Okay, all right, we saw what Myles Garrett got. Okay, who else need to get paid? All right, Trey Hendrickson's, what he's going to get, right? And TJ and Trey, both of those boys are way older than Micah Parsons. I think Parsons, 25, 26. He's still young. They're about 4 or 5 years older than him. So now you got to contextualize the pricings out of it all. And at the end of the day, I truly believe that he's going to get paid. It's just that we got to go through the drama for your mama. And that's just how it goes, Cowboy Nation. I wish we can have another storyline with that. But you know how it goes, Cowboy Nation. Yeah. Y'all know how it goes. Appreciate y'all. Let's get it.
very interesting little set of circumstances with Mr. Parsons. Shefty, what can you tell us?
He's going to become the highest paid player in National Football League history. The only question is when. He said he'd like to have that deal done in the next month. There already have been extensive conversations. It's time to involve the agent that Jerry Jones said at the league meetings he had never heard of before, David Mulgeta, who also happens to represent George Pickens, by the way. But at some point in time, Micah Parsons is going to have a deal that tops the one that went to Max Crosby, that tops the one that went to Myles Garrett, and will give Dallas the highest paid defensive player in NFL history to go along with the highest paid player in NFL history in Dak Prescott.
I got a question. Like, if we're
the guarantees is where it's at, right? Garrett got 122 million guaranteed, got 22 million cash as soon as he signed. Now, the cash money, I know that part of it, Toxic, that we're going to have to endure through this whole process. The thing is that the Cowboys, if we're going to go down this rabbit hole, I don't want us to drag this out like we did Dak Prescott. I don't want this to be dragged out or drug out like we did with CeeDee Lamb. But this seems and it appears that this is the valley that we are going to go. Yeah.
the Dallas Cowboys, right? And we know that TJ Watt is on the precipice of a deal. What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? Get it done now. It's only going to get more expensive.
I understand that, and they waited on CeeDee Lamb and they waited on Dak, and now they seem to be waiting on Micah Parsons. And the one pushback I get from people when I bring that up, because it makes all the sense in the world to me. Why on earth wouldn't you have been proactive in getting these deals done? You act like the price tag is going to come down.
Right.
Is there anything to be said for on the other side? Maybe these guys wanted to wait because they knew they had the opportunity to do it. And if you're Micah Parsons and you're as young as he is, you're not playing any games between now and September. Wait until TJ gets a deal. Wait until Hendrickson gets a deal.
Part of being in a front office is being a great listener. And when somebody like Micah Parsons checks the boxes of a homegrown talent who's productive, they never should leave. You sit down with him and David Mulugeta, his agent, and say, what is it going to take to get a deal done
after
now?
year three? Meaning you do it before you have to,
of course,
make it worth it.
The day after year three expires, like, what is it going to take? What's important to you? And you go there, you listen, and then you execute.
Man, them guys speaking a lot of sense over there. Like what's the notion to wait? I got this notion to wait. So we could be talking about it. This segment wouldn't even exist. Let me say this again. This segment wouldn't even exist if Jerry Jones paid Micah Parsons early. It wouldn't exist. It was like, okay, Jerry, like somebody's watching right now saying, yeah, they talking about the Cowboys. They seeing the star. They seeing the silver and the blue and the star on the side of the helmets and all of this stuff. Marketing genius. That's what he's doing. The
market is not going down. The macroeconomics of the NFL are only going up. The market is only going up. Yep. And what's interesting to me is Jerry Jones, who's a Hall of Fame business person who made billions of dollars taking risks others wouldn't. This is the exact opposite. He is being ultra conservative, and I think at the end of the day, that has hurt them time and time again.
That said, so all of that said, Shefty just said it, and I think we all agree. He's going to get a contract, just as Dak was going to get a contract, just as CeeDee Lamb was going to get a contract. And Lewis, when the season begins, they're going to have a new head coach in Brian Schottenheimer, who is about as seasoned a person without head coaching experience as you can possibly be. They're going to have a pretty dynamic pair of wide receivers if they can sort of solve the puzzle that seems to be George Pickens. They've got an offensive line with a bunch of young players, many of them coincidentally named Tyler. And they've got some question marks on defense. How good is this football team going to be?
How good, baby? Before we go into how good this football team would be, he broke down as much as he could on the aspect of what the weapons we may have, all right? And everything is only intangible right now because we got to be able to see these type of things down the stretch. So it's intangible. Let me give a shout out to those that's in the chat, man. I appreciate y'all so much for y'all support. We're seeing Sean, thank you. Brandy, thank you for jumping in. Dak owns, bring them baskets, appreciate you. Thank everybody for jumping in. Ace Boogie, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for your support. Toxic Tom, I see you. Gina with the J. Go Gina. Hello. And Chris May. And I'm seeing that somebody's saying that someone passed away. Condolences out to those who lost a loved one. I know it's a difficult moment, difficult time, but put prayers out there for everyone in the community. And I appreciate y'all so much. I don't know who it was, but I can't find a message. But prayers out to whoever may be dealing with that.
I think.
Oh, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, your feeling about this particular team on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you guys feel? Do you guys feel that this team is a playoff contender type of team? And we haven't played a single down yet. 10 being the highest on your comfortable or your comfortable meter. Yeah, your comfortable meter. 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. Where are you at? Tamika giving it a 10. Yes. Okay, so Tamika saying 10. I got Toxic Tom states that you can have, let me see, you can have $30 million in cap, but not $30 million in cash, depending on the contract. That's the element people miss, the timing of it all, paying cash out now or for the next season in process or as the next season progress. Yeah, I feel you on that. You know, the cash money is where we having issues with. All right, so Toxic giving us a 5. Ace Boog is giving us a 7.5. Matt with an 8. The Boogeyman, 8. All right, 10. So most people are optimistic about this particular situation. Hey, I love it. Come on with it.
What you just laid out, it's the last phase of the build-out that will determine just how good this football team becomes. It's whether or not in November and December, January, Dallas can resist getting pushed around up front. Whether they can be this kind of football team that can produce negative runs, that can win the time of possession battle, that can get the ball back to that offense led by Dak and the 3 Tylers on the offensive line and those fantastic weapons. Because if they can answer that question on the defensive line, that will go a long way to determining whether or not they can truly be in contention to win the East and deal with Philadelphia, which you know will be able to win the line of scrimmage. And a Washington football team that dramatically improved their line of scrimmage, especially when you're talking about on the offensive side of the ball and the offensive line. And a New York Giants team, I'll tell you this, look, let's not just discount them because there's uncertainty concerning their quarterback. Their defense is going to be hellacious.
Let me stop Smooth from here, man. Let me stop Smooth from here. The Redskins or the Washington team, Foreskins, or however you want to call them, the Commandos, the Commies, they always had a good front seven. Let me know if I'm lying. They had the Bama boys. They had all of this stuff. They had the coach before they got this particular coach. They always had a good front. Their weaknesses always been DBs, and they just couldn't find a nice group of DBs. And if you really contextualize the Washington team now, I mean, you're really not afraid of their DBs. I mean, they did play better than what they used to playing, but I'm not worried about Washington. We take them, we move them to the side. Giants. The Giants, the same way. We talked about the Giants front seven. They've been hellacious for many of years. They had Dexter Lawrence. It's not like this is his first rodeo. They had Thibodeau. They had Ariz Ojurali and all of these guys. How you say that kid's name? But now they got Brian Burns and all of this stuff. I get it. And then they got the other guy who inspired to be like Michael Parsons. I get all of that. They still don't have no DBs. I'm like, we are not worried about their DBs, their safeties, and all of this stuff, right? Now, the other thing would be the Eagles. For as far as I can remember, and I'm being 1,000 and transparent with you guys, the Eagles, and I'm going to say this again, they always had a good front seven, with Fletcher Cox and all of them, Brandon Graham, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm telling y'all, there's nothing new under the sun as it relates to the NFC East. It's just that now all of a sudden we getting spotlights because the Eagles they did their part. They won the Super Bowl, and it is for what it is. Yes, indeed. Rich City 06 states, what's up with the Resident Evil safe room music? Because it makes me safe when we playing other audios, you know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm going to say with that. Free game, free game. Come with the handers. So I'm quite sure we'll be all right. The problem is with the boys. The problem is with the Cowboys. We always haven't been consistent. That's our number one problem, is we don't stick to the plan on building our team. If I can be, objective with our team, right? We will veer off a certain pathway and then we'll go away, Because out of all of those teams, when it's time to pay our guys, we fight. Our players got to fight for contracts. Our team don't know how to build upon things. We rip and we destroy each other. Trayvon Diggs this, Trayvon Diggs that. Bland can't do this, Bland can't do that. Parsons, is he a linebacker? He's an edge rusher. We create doubt within ourselves. We put question marks upon our own team. And we never get behind our team. I'm old enough to remember even the damn Giants fan got behind Daniel Jones, That when old boy Tiki Barber said Daniel Jones is better than Dak Prescott, the Giants committee and the Giants room was like, yeah, he's better than Dak. We as Cowboy fans collectively, we don't stand tall and fight for our team like we supposed to, collectively speaking. You can't tell an Eagle fan nothing nowadays. You couldn't tell them nothing before they won the Super Bowl. You would think that the Eagles got 10 Super Bowls. They got 2. We can't get behind our players, right? We want to get rid of them. We want to castrate them. We want to sell it. We're going to denigrate them. Yeah. But, man, What's Dak Prescott record is versus the NFC East? What's his record? I forgot. It's like 33 and something. Shoot. Let my guy Louis T have that on his side. Don't you know how many ammos that he would be throwing at us? To a degree, let the Giants, my guy Bad Dog, let Daniel Jones or whoever the quarterback now have that record against us. Oh my God, you wouldn't have room to talk. And last but not least, let the Eagles have that. Oh my God. Shoot. You wouldn't be able to get a word off, man, You notice when we get to the postseason, we don't play our teams, like the Washington, the Eagles, or the damn Giants. They benefiting from other teams beating us because they don't have a solution to beat us. They don't. Yeah, Brandon Ross, 2-5 Dak, And as horrid as that may be, right? Lamar Jackson, who is a probably MVP, two-time MVP guy. He only got one more playoff win. He was drafted in the first round. He got one more playoff win, you know. But you can't get the Ravens people to talk about his playoff records, right? They don't do that. But we do it here. We do it here.
The Giants.
Who did Drew, my guy, is 6-2 in the playoffs in 4 years. In 4 years. Hold on. Let me see something. Hold on. Jalen Hurts playoff stats. I'm gonna put it in there. Let me put it in here. Let me show you something, man. You know, let me show you something. Let me see if I can pull this up. I love it. I love this argument. Let me go right here. Let me go to AI and them, you know what I'm saying? Let me go to AI and them, okay. All right, hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm pulling it up. Yeah. Give me 1 second. He said, Drew, get off your knees. All right. And I'm going to go game for game. And I'm going to let y'all know individual games. Pull up individual game. Let me see. We're going to pull this up. Give me 1 second while the computer is uploaded. We're going to pull this up. And while we doing that, I'm going to let y'all know what would happen if this was a situation, a scenario of what or whether or not we can win a game. And it's crazy. And what I'm getting at, that if your quarterback can be 16 for 24, 154 yards, do you win that game, y'all? If your quarterback is throwing, he's on an average, I'm pulling it up, he's on an average in the postseason. I got it right here. He's on an average in the postseason of throwing 180 yards. So if your quarterback is on an average in the postseason, the average is the postseason 180 yards. And they are winning. Do you solidify? Now, granted, I'm not taking that away from Jalen Hurts. Because shout out to the brother, man. I'm glad that he won the Super Bowl. I'm glad that somebody from the NFC East won. But if you only averaging 180 yards in the postseason, are you winning because of you or are you winning because of your team? Can somebody put that down in the chat? Because I wish I had those type of problems. If I can only average 180 yards, hell, the football field is 100 yards. So that means all he got to do is drive the field at least twice in the 4 quarters, and they can be able to win playoff games. You know, hey, yes indeed. I need to figure it out. I want to know. I need to know. It's a team sport. Now, granted, superstars do make superstars, right? But it's equivalent to me saying that Robert Horry technically is better than Michael Jordan because he got more rings, right? Let me know. Let me know. Are we playing that game? I'm just trying to know. I'm just trying to figure things out just to a degree. I'm just trying to figure it out. Help me out.
Are going to torture people with their defense this year. So getting back to Dallas, it's all about their front seven on defense. They will score points. They will be able to run the football. Dak will have a heck of a season. Brian Schottenheimer has been around a long time, and I'm assuming he will get this team rallied around him, and he will be competent and all that. It's the defensive front seven that really holds the key for Dallas.
Look, they still have some questions on the offensive side of the football as well.
Yeah.
Let's think about the running game, which has been so vital to Dallas through the years. They're now counting on Javonte Williams, who left Denver, Jaden Blue, who they drafted in this draft, and Miles Sanders, who got cut in Carolina. These are the running backs that supposedly are going to be leading Dallas forward. And in a division where they're going to have to find ways to beat the Eagles and the Commanders in a tough Giants defense, you're going to need a strong running game. All
right, so what we did against the Giants last year, we kind of split the Giants, or did we sweep the Giants? Last year, I'm just trying to figure that out. The Washington team, we split the Washington team, right? We split that. We just split it. And then we got swept by the Eagles. And you said trying to figure it out. I think that when you look back at everything, it's been almost over 25 years since we had a repeat in the NFC East. Something about to happen. Something about to happen different this year. You know, I don't think there's going to be a repeat for the Eagles, dare I say. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling y'all for what it is. I'm not wishing no injuries upon anyone. I'm just saying that football is a strange lady. It is a strange lady in the words of Brian Broaddus, right? I don't know if he got one eyebrow or hairy legs, 3 nipples. I don't know. It's a strange lady. A crazy eye, one earlobe. I don't know. It's a strange lady. And that's what football is, Maybe she got 11 toes. I don't know. But here's what I'm going to tell y'all. With this strange lady, that this particular team heading into the 2025 season is a whole lot different than what we looked like last year and the year before that. We coming in here with a mindset of a run game, and even though you may not know the name, I'll always love to play this one right here because you always know what I'm about to say. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
Yeah. She got 11 toes. Yeah. It's shame on you, Eric. You got to pay that dues now, Eric. Now I'll let you slide with a few conversations. He said we got blown out twice by the Eagles. Now let me know when the last time we got blown out when 4 was on the field. Is that a qualifier? Yes, indeed.
Yeah, on paper they're a better team.
Yeah. Come on with it.
Those guys capable of getting the job done this season.
It's worth pointing out that of all the NFC teams, Dallas has the 4th lowest win total. So, for all of my optimism, and that's,
Let the AI speak.
Alejandro Saldana, $19.99. Law, please look into this. Out of 59 SB winners, only 4 played reg season indoors. Rams, 2, Colts, and Saints. Open TBE roof, Jerry.
Open the roof. I remember someone pulling that stat line up about outdoor team versus indoor teams. And I think the two things can be true. That is a good stat line, though. That is a good meaning of, okay, do we have the ability to win? Because when it get colder down the stretch in late December and February, will these teams be sufficient enough to win, in those climates and these sorts of things? But that's just a unique stat. That's all I can say. That's just a unique stat, And out of the 32 teams, how many dome teams do we have? Like what's the ratio? Can somebody put that in Chat GPT real quickly? Out of the 32 teams that we do have, what are the ratio of dome versus outdoors? Yeah. But, yeah, that is out of 59 Super Bowl winners, only 4 played regular seasons indoors. And that's the Rams twice, Colts, Saints, and then, of course, Jerry Jones. Yeah. Yeah, so it's hard enough. Yeah, CeeLo says, forget open the roof, close them damn curtains.
Let me crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just crazy, man. Jerry, it's like to say, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. You know, it's hard to teach that old dog new tricks, and Jerry's that old dog. Oh, snap, I said dog. George, down! Down, George! Down! Down, George! Shoot. All right, so Camo with the research, appreciate you, from the researcher department. Camo says 10 domes. Getting some domes. 10 domes and 22 outsiders. So, I mean, that number is kind of obscured a little bit. Atlanta Falcons been trashed for majority of their careers or time here on this particular plane. Who else the dome teams? Rams, they've been good, you know. Put it like this. They won in 99. It took them another 20 years to win it again in 2021 or something like that, 22, whatever. So, it's difficult. Super Bowl is not easy to win. What's another dome team? Put all of the dome teams down in the chat, y'all. I know the Cowboys won. The Vikings, they're one. Put all of the dome teams in the chat and we'll just go over those teams. But that is some good research. It could be that some dome team just suck and the Cowboys just been better in that department of not sucking like those dome teams. But that is the situation. Saints, put all of the dome teams down in the chat for me.
Completely meaningless. The people who make these predictions for a living and the people who set these lines.
Shoot. Lowest win totals. Look at the line.
And all that kind of stuff at ESPN Bet. They only have the Saints, the Panthers, and the Cowboys winning fewer. Excuse me, the Saints, Panthers, and Giants winning fewer games.
Yeah, I think.
Man, we can take a lot of money, y'all. We can take a lot of money with this. Go with the over. Go with the over. They got us at 7.5. Go with the over, baby. That's all I can say with this, man. All right, so let me see if somebody got the dome teams together, man. Saints, Cowboys, Falcons, Cardinals, Rams, Chargers. Historically speaking, now I'm just talking about it historically, since my guy Jay Lombardi got them up there, right? Historically speaking, Saints been a bad team since Hurricane Katrina, since they got Drew Brees, right? When they got Drew Brees, a lot of things changed. They opened it up. Sean Payton, shout out to him. They got them one. They was good. The Falcons should have won against the Patriots in that Super Bowl, but that's a whole different conversation. The Vikings, they should have beaten the Falcons that year. Randy Moss, Chris Carter, Jake Reed, and all of them boys. Were that the team that went 15-1? They probably would have won the Super Bowl that year. They probably would have beaten Denver that year, right? The Cardinals been allergic to, like we have a bad postseason record. The Cardinals been very allergic to postseason success, you know. And I'm still mad. See, my hatred with the Cardinals goes all the way back to Aeneas Williams and those boys, way back in those days. But it really goes back to Jake the Snake Plummer. I think it was 99. I think we went to the postseason and we played the Cards, and all of a sudden Jake was making every throw. I'm sitting like, wait a minute. Yeah. The Cardinals, they beat the brakes off of us in that postseason game, and then they went off to lose. The Rams, they've been really good as of lately with Sean McVay and all of that. But historically speaking, the Rams are one of those teams that's been good on the tip of the 90s or the tip of the early beginnings of 2000, and then they had a resurgence as of recently. But a sleeper team in the AFC will be the Chargers this year. They're a physical team, hard-nosed team. I like the coaching. They got good weapons. They'll be the sneaky team this year, Chargers. But historically speaking, those teams historically been terrible, man. Yeah. Camo says, can't say nothing bad about them Cardinals. Yeah. Shit. You just trolling now when you say Jake Plummer is better than Dak. You just trolling, There's nothing wrong with trolling,
Again, Cree, we're sort of burying the lead here, which is Dak Prescott hasn't played 17 games in 2 out of the last 3 years. If he does, I think this whole discussion changes.
Which is to say you think they are a playoff team.
Yeah, or much closer to it, and it takes some of the pressure off of that running game if you get Dak to answer 17 games.
Okay, so we've got one quarterback question there. We have another one in Pittsburgh, Aaron Rodgers.
All right, so we ain't going to listen to Pittsburgh conversation. But we're going to flip over to our other conversation. Boy, put a 1 in the chat if y'all like this flow of the content today. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all like the flow of the content. Let me know how y'all feel about everything, and we get things moving and grooving from here. Put a 1 in the chat. The next piece is that I heard that they was talking to Jalen Tolbert. They talked to Jalen Tolbert, so we're going to play that audio and get things moving from here.
Please welcome to Good Morning Football, Cowboys wide receiver Jalen Tolbert.
Let's go, Jalen. Come on in.
Man, JT, it's good to see you on here today, man. Normally I see you in the building out there in D-Town Boogie, but let's go ahead and get into this interview, man. You are the man out there in Dallas. Obviously, you have CeeDee Lamb, you have Jake Ferguson, but somehow you wound up with 49 receptions and led the team in touchdowns with 7 touchdowns. How do you plan on following that up this year?
Honestly, man, just continuing to build on the consistency that I started. I think that's one of the big things is just coming in each and every day and not harping on what happened last year, but focusing on the future and the present time of, what I can do to be better this upcoming season. And so just challenging myself every day to get better at something, wide receiver-wise, on and off the field.
Well, listen, the present and the future involved.
Here's my thoughts. There's no need for me to rush today, right? Y'all can just let me collect my thoughts and let me just talk about this. Either he's going to be extremely good, extremely average, or just bad. Those are the 3 choices. And I know that it kind of sounds like, hey, common sense law. There's nothing like in life wearing a weight vest, right? You're working out, you're running miles, you're wearing this weight vest. I'm giving you an analogy, y'all. And let's say, for example, CJ, the original, or Coyote, or Justin D. Let's say you wear that weight vest and you run 3 miles every morning. You got this weighted vest on you. You run these 3 miles every morning, consistently. What will happen that one day you take that weight vest off and you start running? What will happen? I figured that if this kid, if he's any good, without this weight vest now, he should be able to flourish week 1. He don't have to go up against the Eagles' number 1 DB, which I got that tape now. Eric don't have me to pull up that tape, which he snagged the ball off the air on Quinyon Mitchell. Let me know if I'm lying. He said, he scored a touchdown. Even though the Cowboys getting blown out, but he didn't get blown out on that play. He snatches the ball from Quinyon Mitchell on that touchdown. So now, all of a sudden,
let me crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
Now, all of a sudden, he don't have to go against your number 1 DB. And now, all of a sudden, he don't have to go against your number 2 DB. And now, all of a sudden, he goes up against your number 3 DB. Whoever it may be, it can be Ringo. I don't know, at the time. I don't want to put no batteries in the back of the Eagles for them to go out there and go get somebody that's tangibly successful in the National Football League. So what I'm looking at Jalen Tolbert as your 3rd or maybe your 4th option if he's the option behind Jake Ferguson. You got Lamb, you got Pickens, and now you got JT. Or it could be Mingo, because we heard storylines from the last OTA or mini camp that Mingo made a few plays. Yeah, y'all heard me use my Dr. Martin Luther King. Yeah, Dr. Martin Luther King. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, Jalen Tolbert is now free at last. He's going to go be playing football like he's going to be walking to Montgomery, Alabama. Yeah. He's going to be doing that now for the 2025 season. He don't have that weighted vest on no more. Yeah, he don't have that no more.
What I can do to be better this upcoming season. And so just challenging myself every day to get better at something, wide receiver wise, on and off the field.
Well, listen, the presence in the future involves a new teammate in George Pickens. Jalen, how did you find out the news that he was going to become a Cowboy, and what has he been like early on to work with?
I talked to him the night before it actually came out, and so honestly, he's been great to work with. He's picking up the playbook great. He's out here making plays. We're having fun. He catches a pass. We all dance. We fight. We run after each other, just compete. It's fun to have another piece to the puzzle, another piece to our weapon system. So I think having him will definitely open up a lot for not only myself, but for the other guys in the room as well, CD included. And so, like I said, it's been fun having him around. And I actually had a ongoing relationship with him before because we played against each other in high school. He's from Alabama as well. And so I've known him for a while. So it's fun to meet back up with him, after we went through the whole rookie year.
Hey, man, your boy said Toby look like a young old man. Fellas, man, let me just say this, man. Let me just say this, fellas. Don't do this, man. Don't shave this off and then keep all of that. Make a choice, man. Either you gonna be bearded or not. Don't. Just come on, Tolbert, man. You my guy, but come on, man. Let me see if we can. Let me see if I can correct this up. Come on, man. Yeah. Come on, man. You seem like a young old man. Yeah, put a stash on that, man. Yeah. Or grow it all out, man. Grow it all out, man. It will be a whole lot better, man. Come on with it, Yeah. Yeah, Tolbert. Yeah. Here we go. That look a whole lot better right there. Come on, I improved the man image, man. Image consultant law. Come on. That'd be $280. But neither here nor there. Fellas, don't be shaving all of this off and then keep that. Now, let me get back to football. But the tickler, you can keep the tickler, though. You got to always have the tickler down there, you know.
NFL combine to draft to rookie premiere all together.
You got to
So
keep
now we're
that
on the
too.
same team. We literally were talking about it yesterday.
Nice. Staying in the wide receiver room. So, again, I was a number 3. I played with Randy Moss, Chris Carter. It was hard for me to get the ball, obviously, right? You have, of course, CD. You have Pickens in there. Again, I'll give you the secret on how to get the work, right? If you can know both of their positions, so when they go out, you take that position, like that's how you kind of continue to stay in the game plan. So give me some other things that you're kind of, pretty much plan on trying to do as far as get the ball this year for the Cowboys.
Who that is? Who said he played with Randy Moss and Chris Carter? Who is he? Y'all put his name in the chat. But he did give some good wisdom. Just know every position. Yeah. What Smooth name is, man? 728 GT says, brother got the chin broom. Oh my gosh, man. Yes, indeed. Who is this, man? Who is this guy right here, man? Y'all put his name in the chat. I can look up his stats and stuff. But he said he played with those guys. Montana says sus facial hair. Oh my gosh, man.
Honestly, play my role the best that I can, the best of my ability, and like you said, being versatile.
That ain't Jake Reed there, if I'm not mistaken. That's not
being
Jake
able
Reed.
to play not only those 2 wide receiver spots, but playing the Y and 10 personnel, and playing the slot, whatever it is, play all 4 of them, and doing my job. I think it speaks dividends to people that do their job. I think you will be rewarded, whether that's blocking, blocking on the bubble screen for CD, or running off and clearing out for GP to catch.
Hey, my guys, is Jay Lombardi said that's the Timu Cameron. Hey, Cameron, hey, his podcast is crazy, man. That brother podcast is crazy. I would play some of it, but it's too early, man. It's too early.
Overroute or whatever
Too
it
early.
may be, and so Bill that continuing to harp on the things that he wants us to work on together, and being where he wants me to be at the right time, and I think everything else will play out how I want it to.
JT, last year when I saw you at training camp at Oxnard, you told me that a big secret of that chemistry between you and Dak was all the crawfish. I still don't know where you're getting all these quality crawfish in Dallas. Am I mistaken, Isaiah? Apparently there's spots out there. But yesterday your coach was asked what success looks like for Dak Prescott, and take a listen to what he said.
Of the many statistics out there now, is there one that you look at that will indicate to you during the season that Dak is being successful right now? He's doing what you want him to do in your system.
Yeah, wins.
Whew. Woo! Shadi said wins. Wins. Dak. Let me say this to, and I know the Dak detractors are gonna really like this one. This season is going to be ultra hard to defend Dak in any level of circumstances. Law, what do you mean? Well, we may not have the run game that we really want to say, far as the name, but they went and got the coaches to help alleviate that. Let the AI speak on it.
Old head young bull. Stuart $9.99. And where's my wrench at that you promised me? I would be the first Eagles fan on here to get one, but I deserve it because I really support your channel.
Now it would take an Eagle fan to take away the argument that I'm trying to put out there. But before I expound upon that, Eric, you wouldn't be the first because I am awake. Should be somewhere in the chat somewhere. But I'm going to say this. This will be the first time in a long time that even if you are a defender of Dak and if you are a Dak detractor, you have a lot of room to say these type of things because he do have his wide receiver one. And he do have another wide receiver one. He do have the aspect of the Cowboys going into this particular offseason with the mindset to improve the offensive line. So they got him a better offensive lineman work, even though it's on paper, not tangible yet, but it's on paper. They gave him a better wide receiver option. And then they got a coach that's going to listen to his details and try to improve him. So there's not a lot of room to say where Dak don't have for the 2025 season. So when Shotty says what we got to get from this is Dak just win. Just win, baby. Is everything that we need to hear from the head coach, because that's putting more and more good positive responsibilities on him, saying, I gave you what you need. You're not going to school now without pencils and papers. I'm giving you papers and pencils. You got your trapper keeper, you got your book pack. Let's go get it, Dak. You got your resources now. Now we need to see the results. I get it. This will forever be a team sport. But heavy is the crown because they're going to dismiss anything else. So, Dak, put the team on your back. But here's the thing. Even if you do, we got others that can help you. Pickens, Lamb, the run game philosophy, the offensive coordinator, the absolute real tangible things with Connor Riley. These are better situations than what we had previously, right? All right, so back to the Eric Oldhead conversation. To get a wrench is more than just commenting and supporting, right? It's initiation. And you're not affiliated with the Star, but you are affiliated with the Cowboys, Law Nation Sports. And I appreciate that. But one thing that I want you to take home from this message, go where you are celebrated, not where you are tolerated, right? You are here under tolerance. You're not celebrated here. So to get your wrench, you probably have to go and mingle with my guy Lord Brunson, Philly 500, Mike Philly or Philly Mike, and they will proudly give you what you rightfully deserve because you are celebrated within the confines or the construct of the Eagles community, right? But you're on the outside of the community. So I don't know if you're going to be doing outside things and sullying and doing the Trojan horse thing with us. So therefore, you know, there's difference. Hyenas are not welcome into the pride of the lions. Unfortunately, man, come on with it. Dak Holmes, bring them baskets law. Hell no. To the wrench for Dodo Bird fan. No. That's what they said. Yeah. But you are always, Eric, you are always welcome here. You always have a seat in the chat as long as you pay your fine for your mind. I tell you what, if you really want a wrench, there'll be $1,000. If you really support the nation, I will give you a wrench if you send me $1,000. Matter of fact, I will let my guy right here who sent the super chat. to acknowledge it. Dak owns bring them baskets. If you put $1,000,
swallow that.
If you put $1,000 in that basket,
Sacrifice.
If you put $1,000 in that basket, oh my gosh, man! Put $1,000 in that basket, boy. We'll give you a wrench. I ain't gonna say how long that wrench will last, but we'll give you one. Yeah. Where were we? See, you threw off the whole conversation, but you got to understand the cost that's involved with it. You know.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
That's not enough. Jesus.
Pretty straightforward. I would agree. Coach was asked what success looks like for Dak Prescott, and take a listen to what he said.
Of the many statistics out there now, is there one that you look at that will indicate to you during the season that Dak is being successful right now? He's doing what you want him to do in your system.
Yeah, wins.
It's pretty straightforward. I would agree. What can we expect from Dak and your point of view in 2025?
First and foremost, that just gave me chills because that does speak dividends to Dak. And like Coach said, I mean, he wins in everything. He wins being the first person in the building, the last one to leave. He wins in the locker.
Yeah, go ahead. So I was pretty much talking about, again, that whole wide receiver room, right?
All right, so that was the end of that clip, unfortunately. When Tolbert said that gives him shocks, right? That gives him like a situation to say, hey, in order for success for Dak Prescott for the 2025 season, it's wins. It's wins. Wait a minute now. Hold on now. So you telling me, Eric Oldhead, Young Bull Stewart says, so you telling me you're not a man of your word, laughing out loud. Now, if there's one thing a man should always do, is mainly to himself stay true. Never allow someone to change your point of view, right? So, like I said, bro, you know, I get it. You want a seat at the table, but you don't fit at the table. You know, here's the thing. And there's nothing wrong with what people do behind closed doors, right? And this is a lesson for everyone and anyone. And it fits right into this particular month. Like, there's nothing wrong with what you decide to fall in love with, whether you like a dog, a cat, the same sex, or whatever it may be. Just don't force it on nobody. There shouldn't be a situation and scenario that you have to force pride upon everyone, right? If you like to do those particular things with your loved ones, that's yours. My only thing is, just do it. You don't have to make an announcement. People already see, and then you don't have to take something that was meant to keep the world a promise of I'm never gonna flood this world again. I'm gonna cast out a rainbow to signify that I would never flood the earth again. They took that and made it a symbol of pride. So now whenever you see the rainbow, you don't even think of the promise that the Creator made that I would no longer flood the earth. But now when you see the rainbows, you don't even think Skittles. You think man on man, woman on woman. You think of all of the pride stuff that they done took. Now you're supposed to have pride on the things that you do, but now they took pride and changed it to a whole different meaning because somebody wanted to put a round peg in a square hole or a square peg in a round hole, and it don't make sense. So you, Eric, there is a whole entire nation of Eagles fans and Eagles content creators, and you're trying to force yourself in an environment that you don't belong. You're trying to force yourself into a situation that you don't belong in. That we can't even talk about the same things. You know, let the AI speak.
G Cuddy $9.99. Why is this joker begging to be at the Cowboys table? FOH. Respectfully.
Yeah. So it's crazy, you know. So what I'm saying is, and I get it. Oh, I get it. You want to be us so bad, you know. You want to have the 5 rings. You want to have the silver and blue and the star on the side of the helmet. You want to be affiliated and associated with things that are good and things that are natural, right? You want to feel like, hey, I'm accepted. But in the realities of it, Eric, you don't belong. That is the reality of it, man. But respectfully, if I offended anyone, charge it to my beard, not my heart, right? Yeah, y'all know the heart. And what I'm saying is, I can't cast aspersions on anyone wanting to be a part of something, but just don't force it, don't beg it, let it be natural, you know, shoot. But keep sending me those coins, though, man. I really appreciate your support. Now, here's the thing. Before we move on to the next topic, if you truly support the nation, it shouldn't be tied to conditions. If you support the nation, it shouldn't be tied to whether or not you have a wrench. It shouldn't be tied to whether or not you just continuously sending me stuff that I got to acknowledge your name. If you support the nation, you support the nation in all that I do. Acknowledge me in all thy way, whether it is small or big, and thou shalt direct your path into greatness. So if you are supporting the nation, you will support my decision. You will support my reasonings. You will support my rationale. You will support the ways that I operate within the confines of my mind to you speaking about these Cowboys. Come on with it. So it shouldn't be tied to conditions, baby. Come on with it. So at the end of the day, support my decision on me not giving you that wrench if you support the nation. Come on with it, Cowboy Nation. Let's get it. Riggs! Jeez. All right. So I appreciate your support of the nation, of my decision. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let me turn that music off and let's listen to a tidbit of Micah Parsons. This part of the program is from the DallasCowboys.com. Be sure to support them and all that they do.
It's important, like I said, just building the knowledge of the defense, understanding what Flus and I'm trying to do. Very dynamic scheme, and I'm pretty excited about it after just going through a couple installs and a couple plays with the guys.
You and Jerry talked for what looked to be about 28, 30 minutes. What was that discussion like, and can you tell us a little bit about what you guys talked about?
Yeah, we were talking about how my off-season's been, the training I've been putting in, and he told me I looked pretty good, so I got excited about that. Asked me about the trip I just went on, and, you know, it was a pretty good conversation. And then, obviously, just stepping up and being a leader, how much he appreciates I'm here, and that means a lot to me.
How hopeful are you to get a deal done before you go to Oxnard?
I'm pretty hopeful. I'm still, hanging tight. Like, I understand it's up to him, and he gives the green light on everything. So hopefully, something's done, by next month.
How do you avoid getting
by next month? Y'all hear that?
Drag on a little bit.
I just keep putting work in. At the end of the day, man, I still love football. I think it's still about football. I understand the business side always kind of creeps in every couple years in the football world, but I just keep it about football.
What are the conversations with you and David like at this point?
I mean, just like anything, I look at David as more than just an agent.
Not the Mike McCarthy, just like anything. Jerry Jones thought he was slick. Jerry Jones pulling Michael Parsons to the side having that conversation. Y'all know that Jerry Jones' ideology is I want to get the player by themselves so that I can work out a deal. And that's what Jerry probably was talking to Michael Parsons at minicamp on the side when he was by himself. I'm talking to Michael Parsons about said situation, and let's get this deal done without David Mulugeta. Yeah. That's the basis of it all. Erica, he was worried about bird spam. He needs to cool off for a few minutes. Yeah. Boy, Eric keeping the show going, boy. I tell you what, he is literally keeping the show going, and it's all good, man, because this is who Eric sound like, though, by the way.
Y'all took a shower together, so I'm like, well, shit, I'll take a shower with them niggas, like, on the stream, you know what I'm saying? Of course, with clothes on, bro. I mean, it like how y'all mean.
Eric, man, you Ray J. That's what it is. Eric is Ray J over here.
44, nigga.
Eric want to jump in the shower. Eric, man. Hey, man. Just chill, man. Just chill, man.
Look at him as a friend.
Ray J. Eric, man.
Father figure. He's always there for me. So we talk about anything every day. We talk about other agents. We talk about other players' deals. We talk about life. We talk about family. I just spent time with him this weekend at his house in Austin. Took care of me and my family and friends. So, I think everything's just pretty mutual. Just telling day-to-day talks.
What was that conversation with Jerry about?
Oh, like I said, just vacation, off season. How excited he was for me to be here today, and how much it meant to him. So, if you can impress the head man, that means a lot.
No contract.
No doubt. So this contract thing gonna get brutal down the stretch, though. Then you go
no contract talk at all.
You had said that in a tweet. It's in the owner's hands. At this point, are you waiting on him to make that phone call?
Yeah, that's what it kind of come down to it. He gives the green light. He's the owner. He's pretty.
Can somebody do me a huge favor? What was the temperature yesterday? What was the temperature in Dallas? What was the temperature? Can somebody put that in the comment box? What was the temperature in Dallas, Texas yesterday? Justin D, man, appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Justin D, $10.99. I had a wrench too until Law took away all the wrenches. I already told Law in a different super chat, wrench or no wrench, I support the nation. 65 months channel member. Victory hand medium skin tone.
Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. So Jay, Justin D, say something again so I can add you a wrench. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, Justin D been rolling with me for 65 months. That's a long time. That's a long time. And when I went through last season, I removed everybody wrench because I didn't know who banned my guy Stephen Carroll. So we had a Trojan horse. Somebody banned Stephen Carroll. Stephen Carroll was one of the reasons why I got a chance to get out there to Oxnard. And somebody blocked him from my channel. So I was sitting there and I know that I can't do one for the other. So I said, you know what? I'm going to take away all of the wrenches, man. I only had Twin Maker as my only wrench guy. And before, after a period of time, I realized, that we do I need y'all. I need y'all. So, Justin, say something in the chat so I can pin your comment. I can't give you the wrench with the super chat, but you got to say something. Just say hello or something, and I'm going to add you as one of the wrench guys. And, yeah. But it is for what it is. I had a Trojan horse. Yeah, I had a Trojan horse. I'm not saying that Justin did it, right? I'm not saying that somebody else did it. But what I'm saying is I let somebody in, like a Eric, to get a wrench, and they stabbed me in the back with the butter knife. So Now, wait a minute. Now, hold on. I'm only going to give out one a day. So, Action Power, you get yours maybe next week or maybe a week after next. Come on with it. He said, where's my wrench? But, all right, so put a round of applause to my guy, Justin D. He is now a mod of the Law Nation Sports. He can put a gavel in there. So if we got to hold anybody under contempt, it'll be Justin D with that ability now. Come on with it. Yeah, we can't just pass these things. Halloween is not here. Come on with it. All right. All right, so let me play the rest of this.
Pretty much
what was the temperature? What was the temperature? What was the temperature yesterday in Dallas? The whole chat can't be blue, you right. What was the temperature? Let me see. Let me pull it up. Let me see if I can find it. Temperature in Dallas this week. It's raining. Okay. This week, okay. All right, 10-day forecast. All right. They don't give me the past days. It was 92 degrees. Okay, appreciate you. Shame on y'all, man. Shame on y'all. Shame. Let me put the shame button on y'all. It's raining now, though. It's raining today, though.
Shame. Shame.
Yeah, so yesterday it was about 90, 91, 92 degrees. But the reason why I said that is because I read y'all comments when he was calling everybody good night and everything. You guys was in that comment box talking about my guy Micah Parsons' hairline. Y'all was talking about the man head and everything. So now you got Micah Parsons out here wearing a Scully.
Swallow that.
Y'all got Micah Parsons out here wearing a whole winterized skull cap around this mug. Y'all need to stop talking about Micah Parsons' hairline.
It takes to get anything done anywhere around here, so, you know, it's up to him. But like I said, I'm still keep playing football. I'm going to keep showing up and preparing like, you know, any other year.
You made the call to him in the offseason. Why can you make a call now and get it going?
Nah. Next question.
Considering you know what the numbers are with other players.
Y'all did him dirty, man. When y'all got that man with a damn wool skull cap on, man. Not even the thin kind. Y'all wrong for talking about my dog hairline, man.
Ice Wall Cowboy $10. Not wrench law. You gotta say it like we do in the SIP. Ranch. Rolling on the floor laughing.
Ranch, yeah. I can't say ranch. I can't, you know. Yes, it did. His hairline scorched earth up under that hat. I be telling fellas, man, growing up, I said, man, y'all got to stop wearing them do-rags, man. Hey, man, you got to stop wearing them do-rags so tight, man. And they never listened to me. I never wore the do-rag like that. You know, I'm sitting there like, man, you got to stop wearing it. Yeah, the wave busting. But if you're wearing them too long, you know, your hair is, and I know Montana, he'll tell you, your hair is living. Your follicles is all living. And if you cover it up, it needs to hit some of that sunlight. It needs to get some of that nutrients and stuff like that. Even if you take a tarp and you throw it outside on the grass and you leave it there for a couple of days and you remove that tarp, all of a sudden where that tarp was at is no grass. Your hair is the same way. It needs nutrients. It needs oxygen. It needs those things. So when you wear that do-rag tight all your life, it begins to weaken the follicles, and all of a sudden that area is dead, and now you're getting prematurely bald before you hit 30. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to protect those follicles and those hairs, and it's layers to it. So that's what I'm saying. And even with the women, you can't be having all of that stuff on. It snatches your edges when you're wearing it too tight.
Angie Rebel Chicks $9.99. Hey Law, I don't know if you heard, but our brother the angry Cowboys fan lost his brother today. Everyone keep him in your thoughts and prayers. He's hurting bad. Folded hands, medium dark skin tone.
Angie, I thank you for your support for the super chat. Let's do a moment of element of silence for about 5 seconds to honor my guy, the angry Cowboy fan who lost his brother today. Amen. Reach out to him, be there for him. You know, them brothers, man, you know, is everything to a lot of folks. And we want people to live forever, right? But, you know, that's one appointment that you won't be late for, right? And that's to see the Creator. But absent from the body, present with the Lord and the Creator. And I hope that my brother can continue to move forward, you know, at this time, you know. Someone told me this: just because your world stopped doesn't mean the world do, right? You know, so the world continue to spin. And I know how it feels to lose a parent, but not a brother. So, y'all, that dude sucks for him. Hope all is well with him. And prayers out to my guy.
Are you surprised that you guys haven't said, let's get this done? Because you know where everybody's making right now.
Yeah, you know, I mean, some people like to take their time more than others, you know what I mean? You can't rush the process. He wants the deal to go as cleanly as possible. I want the deal to go as clean as possible. So it's just about getting it done as cleanly and quickly as possible.
You saw other guys in your position not attend mandatory mini camps today. Why did you feel it was important to be here with the rest of the team?
Well, you know, for them, you know, I think everyone's different. You know, those guys is vetted in their program. I think, you know, guys like that, they already can, you know, put themselves at the top. And, you know, they're great leaders for their program. I think for me, I'm still trying to build. You know, I'm still into my second deal. Those guys are going to their third deal. So, you know, everyone's situation is different.
Do y'all understand what he's saying? Like, he's going to the third deal. This is his first one. So it's different areas of angles that you can say. Some people say, hey, man, take the discount. Some people will argue the fact that, hey, this could be a situation and scenario that is not, it shouldn't be about the money. Shouldn't be about the money. But in actuality, you know, every player is one hit away. Every player's one hit away from being Ryan Shazier. So I think that Parsons doing the right calculative thing to do to say, hey, I'm going to let my agent do it, but I got to get some type of respect with the money.
Decisions about camp, you don't have a deal, but you still attend?
Yeah, I'll still be in Oxnard. I already got my house. It's already said and done, so I'll be in Oxnard, me, my kids, my family, so we'll be there.
Will you be on the practice field?
Yeah, I'll be out there.
Okay.
What can you contribute while not in shoulder pads and a helmet, but out there just in the bucket hat and whatnot? What can you contribute to the team?
Yeah, just being vocal, understanding what looks right. Even, you know, they're going through the drills and guys ask me how'd I look. You know, it's just simple things. Well, how's my footwork? It's not always the major things that makes football great. It's always the small details, the footwork, the positioning, the angles, things like that I think I can contribute. And we'll go in and we'll watch film together, and I can tell guys what I see from a vetted, you know, experience about going through a lot, you know.
Like you said, you'll be on the field. Will you practice in Oxnard without a deal?
We'll see. You know, it's time to tell.
Why didn't you today? Or what did you do today?
Today, I just got some back tightness from training with Trey yesterday. And, you know, it's just been kicking me in the butt. You know, Trey, he brings it out of me every time. So it's gonna be fun to keep training with Trey. I miss that guy.
Come on with it, baby. Y'all here. Keep training with Trey. Since we pressure for time, we're going to fast forward a little bit to this conversation. I appreciate everybody for jumping in. Be sure to do me a huge favor. I know the off season is long. But can y'all do me a huge favor? Hit the like button, share this content, let people know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and Beyond. Sharing is caring. And if you feeling any type of way, just know that at the end of the day, this is entertainment, baby.
How's your first ever mini camp? How's it going coming out of OTAs and just the transition and now really kind of hitting another level with these veterans?
It's going really well. I've been getting that question a lot, and I'm like, I'm living the dream, honestly. I graduated from school, so this is just football right now, so I don't have to worry about anything else, so it's really good.
Hey, Smooth do look like Wayne Brady and them. Oh, my God, man. Boy, we got the craziest chat ever in life. And I don't blame Eric, old head young bull, wanting to be a part of this, man. But this is funny.
What's it been like to have Micah around?
Wayne Brady, baby.
Yeah, it's been good. We actually went to dinner last night. We had like a little D-line dinner last night, and we were just chopping up the whole time, getting to know each other. And it's been really cool. Definitely picking his brain. That's somebody, got to learn a few things from that guy, but it's been really good.
You guys make him pay?
Nah.
The thing is, what I want to say is Shamar Stewart, he's drafted in the same round, I believe second round, and he's holding out. He's not coming to going to the Bengals camp or what have you until he gets something done on paper. And the craziest thing of it all is that breaking news. I told y'all, man. Hold on, breaking news. Hold on. That's crazy. But it is for what it is.
Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me?
Here you go, right here. Boom, boom, boom. Where my breaking news button at? And we do have some developing news about Jerry Jones and his new release situation as it relates to the Cowboys. It states here that mark your calendars down. It will be a situation that Netflix sports series America's Take, The Gambler, and his Cowboys. The Cowboys, the truth you don't. Oh, my goodness. The Cowboys, the truth you don't. Only on Netflix, airing August the 19th. You got Emmett, Sanders, Aikman, Irving. And then on top of this, make your calendar available. Jerry Jones is dropping a documentary series. Oh, yes. And y'all might see a cameo of Law Nation. I just got to tell y'all that. Come on. Jerry, I want my 4%, man. I want 4%, man. Yeah. So the gambler, well, that boy been gambling. Yes, indeed. I would have told the producers, can you take the gambler out of that, equation? Can you just have the America's team and his Cowboys? Why would you have to put the gambler, because he for damn sure haven't been gambling on players these last few years. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you can book it. You can put your dollars to it that this particular situation and scenario is that this particular team with Jerry Jones, how long this guy is going to be around here doing these type of things, Lord, we should watch it live. So what I'm going to do is I'm figuring out another way, whereas we can probably do a Patreon stream or Twitch stream or something like that, whereas I'm watching it, right? Or I'm watching it, and then you guys can click on the stream and y'all can watch it with me, and we do a watch along on the America's documentary and these sorts of things. I do know, and I can now that it is released or what have you, they did have me to sign a few waivers. I don't know if they're going to use my scene or my footage in this at all, but I can tell you that Jerry Jones and his people, man, because we've been through these type of things before, whereas, hey, man, can you sign this waiver? Can you sign this? You are being part of the documentary. And I'm sitting around here. I'm like, where my clip at? And they clipped me up out of there. So I can only imagine, right? But with that being said, man, since we pressure cooker for time, let's do this right quick, Cowboy Nation.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first.
Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies.
Call Frenkel first.
That's 214 or 817 and all of the threes you can dial. Now, if you driving along in Dallas and someone jump a curve, right, because they realize that Jerry Jones is now part of a Netflix documentary, they jump that curve and they hit you, they T-bone you, right? They ramshack you. They run you off the road. Then reach out to Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. You don't even have to call 911. Call them, and they will sort out everything from there. And with that being said, Cowboy Nation, if you can't dial that number, visit FrenkelFirm.com. They will be able to assist you from there with their team of experts and as well as their people that have over combined of 100 years of experiences. My hotline for your mind is 657-390-7391. That's my hotline. Come on with it. Appreciate y'all. The first person that's in the call from the 215, you're live. Like 95. Talk to me. 215. Once, twice, 3 times a lady. Come on, 215. Where you at? All right. Well, hey, he's gone. Come on.
Dread it.
All right. From the 206, you in the mix. This is MJ. I know you going to be live with it. Come on with it. You're live on the Nation.
What up, Law?
What up?
How you doing, brother?
Hey, man. All is well. I can't complain, bro.
I know. It's a
Right.
hard thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
So
Hold tight.
Lauren
Hold tight.
Duncan,
Hold tight. I got
$10.
a super
Law,
chat from
I still
Warren.
hope we can get a vet for the left OT position to help Guyton.
All right, so Warren Duncan sent $10 in, MJ, for a veteran guy that we can get for left tackle to help out Guyton. What's your thoughts on that? You know?
Why are we trying to get a left tackle?
To me, I appreciate the super chat, Warren, but I just don't see any need to go get another left tackle veteran guy. You know, I like Awesome. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of guys.
Awesome.
Yeah.
A bunch of guys. Man, I don't need no more. No more line. I'm like, man, God damn. The Cowboys want Michael Jackson, Tito, Jermaine. Man, we want everybody.
Shoot. Give me that 96, 97 Janet though. That she was before her time.
Yeah.
96, 97 Janet. Give me that. What you got for me, man?
Only thing, like you say, what y'all was saying, only thing I'd be looking for, maybe that corner, if you need one.
Right.
I do Gilly. That's my first choice.
Yeah.
Cause he more healthier. The Miami guy might be too hard. Now if they cut him, then you could get a probably deal with him. But
talking about Ramsey.
Yeah. Then he gonna want 10. Everybody gonna try to get him.
Yeah.
All 32 teams, and whoever gonna pay the most money. Them stanky Redskins, they follow. They watching what we do. Have you noticed that? Philly.
Facts. Pause for a quick second, bro. Pause for a quick second. Got Sadiq, Mama
Charles, $10. Law, my mother said to send you her love when I went to visit her this morning. I will be going back later on. She wanted me to make her some creamy broccoli and grilled salmon. Stay strong always.
Boy, shoot, that mama. Ooh, Sadiq, hey, send me some. Put some cheese in mine. I want some cheese in my creamy broccoli. Shoot, that's good stuff. Salmon and creamy broccoli. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Salmon, yes. Yeah. A wild caught. I want mine to be in the nature. I don't want no farm raised salmon. So I want that pink to be real pink. You know what I'm saying? You salmon,
real salmon.
Yeah.
That fake salmon.
Yeah, not that fake one. The farm raised one, man, get you all type of jacked up with parasites and beyond.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Wild
caught. Give me that Alaskan sound.
They game us to get you sick so they can make money on it. Pharmaceuticals.
That is the
That's
end
their
game.
business. That's
Yeah.
their end game. Get you sick. Now we can make money off of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But like you say, I don't.
You don't eat
man,
catfish then. I mean, you don't eat catfish then, huh?
I don't eat catfish. Oh hell no.
No,
No
okay.
bottom feeders.
No bottom feeders. You know. You get,
No bottom feeders.
yeah,
Hey,
you know,
I remember one time I tried to eat a shrimp, and I was looking like Will Smith on that movie. My face got like, whoa. I had to take. I don't really drink, but I had to take some tequila shots to get that out of my system.
yeah, the tequilas, huh? Okay. Yeah,
I took some tequila shots, and I was in Texas at the time.
okay. Yeah, all right. Shit.
I was like,
Simon, hey, y'all know what I'm talking about. Fish. Yeah, they talking about how I say salmon. I'm gonna pronounce all of it. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
salmon. Come on, man.
The L don't supposed to be. Forget that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't put no
Salmon.
tilapia though. I used to before I knew all of the information on tilapia. I used to love some tilapia, but then I read the information on it. I said, man, I stopped eating tilapia that day. But
yeah, I heard about that too. I used to love that.
Yeah.
And then my fraternity brother told me.
Mhm.
I said, oh no, I'm not eating that no more. Oh hell no. So I used to eat the salmon or the real fish. Like when I go to the Colombia or Costa Rica or Panama or Brazil, they fish be good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They got the real fish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that fried fish, they fish be, they got some good fish, man.
Man, come on with it, man. Sure.
Oh my God. So what's your plan today? Y'all got another show after this?
Nah, man. I got tons of work to do, but it is for what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna ask you a question.
Talk
Because
to
I've
me.
been practicing. When you you doing your shows and you be doing your podcast, what you use? Do you supposed to use Streamline or something else?
I mean, I use a combination of Restream. I use StreamYard, and I use OBS. So it's a meticulous process, bro.
You use both of them? OBS?
It just depends, just depends on who we bringing in and these sorts of things, who we shooting the audience to. Yeah, I got like 1,000 shows, bro.
Yeah, you be killing it, man.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I heard you, I was like, who is this brother?
Yeah.
I heard your voice. I was like,
remember.
Cold-blooded, showing the highlights and stuff.
Yeah.
Now, when you do the highlights, you don't get, what you call that, marked? Or what highlights you don't supposed to use?
I mean, look, the NFL is cornering the market, so it just depends on the level of growth of your channel, because now, all 22, I can't use it, right? So I always have to evolve into a way, whereas you're supposed to use the all 22, but I can't use that now. And of course, you get other channels that can still use all 22. Some people can use broadcasting view. I can't. So I would recommend people to put out the all 22 while you can. But once your channel get to a certain level, the NFL will reach out to you and say, hey, this content belongs to us, and we would like
they'll
for to
let
take
you
it.
know. They'll send you a text message.
Yeah, cease and desist and a whole bunch of other stuff. So it's layers to it. Yep. Yeah, so that's
Can
why
you cut it up then and use it?
that's why I don't do no more film breakdowns. My passion is really film breakdown, but
I know.
the NFL,
cold-blooded. I was
yeah.
like, oh my God.
Yeah, the
You
NFL
showing
got in the
what's
way
really
with
going down.
that. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They say, I mean, but can you cut it up yourself?
Yep.
You can't even cut it up.
I mean, you can cut it up yourself, but then with what I do, then you get manually reviewed. I got so many clips like manually reviewed. Somebody from the NFL will manually look into this and say, "Hey, this is the NFL footages. Therefore, cease and desist." So it's just for what it is.
Oh
man.
my God, they cold-blooded. They don't want you to do nothing.
There you go.
They don't want you to be like them because you be big. You say stuff, your stuff will get bigger. That's what they're trying to do.
Man,
we don't want to get stuff.
it's the grind
That's
for your
what it
mind.
is.
So now I'm you in the two. But man, in closing, what else you got for me, bro?
Oh, in closing, man, I can't wait till this camp starts long. I'm kind of,
Yeah.
I'm like you. This I'm getting bored, and I'm like, I'm ready to go. But I want to see that out. I want to see the receivers when I come to the camp. I want to see the receivers go against them corners, because the receivers gonna make them corners look really good. We're gonna see your boy Booth out there. I'm cheering for Booth.
Come on, Booth. I need to see some workout videos of Booth, man, so I can at least get him back.
We ain't gonna hate on you, Booth.
No doubt,
Booth got up at that time, I already knew when I saw he was scared. I said, oh, he's scared. When you play scared, you are done.
Yeah.
And he let that Philly receiver just run right by him. I'm like, oh my God. Just ran right by him, 6 points.
6 points, man. Yes, indeed,
man. But before I go, I want everybody to go again. Go watch Philly and the Cowboys first 2 games, the first 2 quarters. The Cowboys kicking their butt, noodle arms, missing throws, Zeke fumbling the ball, and then we went to Philly, noodle arm driving, throws a pick 6. We came right back and scored. We got the ball again, and then we was about to. And then we fumbled. Man, we fumbled 9 times against them. And then the 3rd and 4th quarter, we fell apart. And we had Philly scared. Now we got number 4 back. I know a lot of y'all hate number 4. I don't know why, but I think they're going to finally take him over the promised land. Just like Philly coaching stuff took their quarterback over the promised land. They took San Francisco quarterback over the promised land. Shanahan. Now we got the people that can take number 4 to the promised land.
Come on with it, man.
He get to that finals, and I want y'all to say, what I want to say. If he win, I want to see what excuse they gonna say, Law.
Man, they ain't gonna say no excuses then. They like, can he do it again? I like to be on that side of the argument, man. But I appreciate you, man. Let me hear you say it, bro.
How about the Cowboys? Good show, Law. Thanks for the info. And I'm going to see you in Oxnard.
No doubt,
you fans,
man.
come. Yes,
come
sir.
on with it. Come on with it, man. There's my guy, MJ, man. I hate to cut him off, but yeah. I mean, it's just for what it is, man. Yeah, see, somebody says, is it a possibility that you can claim fair use? But here's how it goes with fair use. Like, legally, you can say, okay, yeah, I'm using fair use. But YouTube is sitting there saying, hey, we're not finna go fighting back and forth with the claim owner or what have you. So what we're going to do is lean more on NFL side, right? Or we're going to lean on the college side. So by the time you going back and forth with fighting with the fair use thing, it's not really worth it. And then you got to go outside of the YouTube and legally go with the courts and stuff. And we talking about thousands of dollars at this point to get lawyers involved in these sorts of things. So it just I guess you can say fair use is good, but not in the parameters of Facebook and YouTube, if I can say that, And you normally, like for those who don't understand, like for example, I'm gonna pull this up, right? This is a deal from yesterday, right? Coaches film all 22 Saints at Cowboys. At this marker, we will demonetize. They took the monetizations away. See, impact on video, right? So when you start to do it that way, it takes the fun out of it. Can you imagine you doing like a 20 or 30-minute film, then all of a sudden, and the NFL reach out to you and says, content detail, coaches all film, all 22 is now being claimed by the NFL. Now, they would do this on my side, and I hit up Boss Cowboys and say, hey, did they flag you for it? Nope. On Boss Cowboys side, no flags, So it's like targeting. So I get targeted for showing all 22 film. And is it a way whereas I know I can have 1 million views, right? And I'm not bragging on putting anything out there on anything, but I had a video that did 1.5 million views, right? Of me just talking film breakdown. Thank you for tuning in to the Law Nation Film Session. So when it was at, 100,000 views, okay. But when that joker got to 280,000, they said, hey, we personally reaching out to you to tell you that you got to take this video down, blah, blah, blah. But what I do respect out of YouTube now, instead of striking the video, they at least give you situations that you can take action to take the video down without getting a strike. And I love that aspect of it. So, and that's why I tell people all the time, like, man, I get it, man. Your platform is growing up, but they don't know who you are yet. You know what I'm saying? But when they know who you are, shoot, boy, you get all type of letters in the mail and text messages from higher up saying, hey, can you please take this down, sir? So that's just the ebbs and flows of content creations. I'm just giving y'all free game now. You just got to always evolve. You got to always change up and switch up. And one other thing I'm going to say before I let the next caller on is that sports niche is never evergreen content. It's not like the beauty content. It's not like me doing bearded content. It's not like me doing talking finance content, whereas people can go back 5 months from now or 10 months from now and rewatch said stuff. So with sports, it's all about who can get it out first, who can talk the most about this particular thing. If you can make it hot and spicy, I could have did a 3 or 4 minute video and got more views, but I'm doing this out of passion. So it's just for what it is. Yeah. Let me let the next caller on, and it is my guy Poindexter, man, from the 409. What's on your mind?
What's up, Cat Daddy?
What's good with you? Yes, indeed.
Oh,
yes,
man.
Indeed. Yeah.
I'm really hoping that this Michael Parsons things don't get real ugly. Mm-hmm. Made me think about the movie Sinners. When you have Smoke negotiating. It seemed like they can, mull together and the Joneses, they get together, 7, no, 4, no, 5 with incentives, 45, no, 38, no, 39 with incentive clauses,
right.
Trades, just going on, work that thing out, man. Just going on, do some real negotiating and work the thing out, man, and get it done. But it looks like we got Jerry being silent. We haven't heard a whole lot from Jerry. Usually around this time of the year, you got all kinds of sound bites from Jerry about pies and about, what player is taking more of the pie and everything. But he's been really silent around this time. So maybe it might be something different. It might be Schottenheimer. I know when you came out, in the 90s and stuff and everything like this here, you was a younger kid, but I was in the discussions and, we used to talk at the bars and stuff and everything. A lot of people don't know that Jimmy Johnson was very outspoken about signing his players. He was like, Jerry, I don't care what it is. I need my players in here.
Right.
I need my players in here. Shotty is telling, Parsons, hey, man, look, I got an agent too, so I know how this thing works.
Right.
But I don't know if he's getting in with, because Shotty is a different character, man. He's a different animal, and I don't know if we're going to get a soundbite from him, saying, hey, man, I'm trying to get something new here. I'm working at something, and y'all got to get my players in here so I can get this stuff going, So I don't know exactly what's going to happen with that. My thoughts and prayers go out to the angry Cowboy fan losing his brother. I've lost 3 brothers, 3 older brothers who was very, very, integral in my development. They was the fellas that I really looked up to, especially my older brother. We talked 2 or 3 times a week, man, about everything, and I really, really miss him because he was much older, like an uncle. And I know how hard it is to lose, mom. I'm older, so I've lost everything. I'm on this, I'm that generation. I'm the grandfather now, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
Mom, dad, grandmothers, uncles, everybody's already passed on, so now, I got the younger people that come to me, and I and yes, you said, as I talked to you before, I believe in the history of my family.
Right.
And to tell the younger people what grandfather, grandmother, and stuff and everything went through, and you have to keep imparting that. And I tell anybody, impart that to these younger people. Give them that sense of pride. Tell them what your forefathers and stuff had to go through so you can have what you have right now. And you do not, don't splurge on that. You have to understand that's a sense of pride. That's a sense of family. And that's a sense of your culture. You have to keep that going on. I don't want to preach.
No,
but
you
I
good.
also heard Sadiqa also talk about taking her mom some food and some salmon. My mom used to make salmon croquettes. You ever hear of salmon croquette?
Yeah, man, I'm from Mississippi, man. You couldn't eat that with a fork or something, man. They'll hit your hand.
Come on,
dog.
now.
You gotta eat it with your bare hands, dog. And you gotta have them homemade biscuits, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, but see, the thing about the salmon croquette that made it like that was that it was breaded with breadcrumbs. And I can remember, being with my mom, and I would toast the bread, you know what I mean, and use that little hammer to knock all the crumbs off, you know what I mean, so she could bread it with them crumbs, And I remember doing that, and I went on and did me some salmon croquette and bust up the bread and stuff and everything like this here, My wife said it was okay, but it was garbage. I tried, but it was garbage, man. But I tell people right now, man, get to your people, get to your elders, learn how to make them things, because right now we have, my sister is the only one that can make a real peach cobbler, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we need to get these younger people and tell them this is something that's ours and we need to keep it. So I tell anybody, all you young ladies out there, teach them nieces, teach them daughters, man, how to do that. I am so glad that my wife know how to fix all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She can fix the ham hock. She can fix the chitlin. She can do all of that good stuff. You know what I mean? And these are things that need to be passed down. This is part of our culture that needs to be passed down. Like I said before, I don't want to preach, but you are one of those people, man, that, you have a lot of heart with what you do. We talk football.
Right.
But we talk a lot of things of life and a lot of things, because like I say, this is a slow time for football. So if I want to talk about something else, I know the chat gets on me sometimes to say, hey, man, this is a football channel. But this is the nation. And I'm talking to Law MF Nation. And Law MF Nation do whatever the hell Law MF Nation want to do on his channel. That's what makes it great. That's what makes the nation great. Because it's not about football all the time, but it's always about the nation. And I got to get out of here. Oh, I forgot to tell you. My wife said, what do you be doing on that phone? Sounded like a wounded cat. So I'm doing this here for my wife. How about them Cowboys?
Hey, did you hear? I know you probably was busy with your lady yesterday. Did you hear? I think my guy Darius. Did you hear him do the How About Your Cowboys? Hey man, you gotta rewatch. Yeah. So when I'm in Oxnard, man, I'm gonna try to get out there on the stand or something like that. I'm gonna give my guy DJ Blackbeard, and I'm gonna give you a shout out, man. I'm gonna try to see if we can make that a trendy trend type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that, man. Like I said, man, I love the chat, man. They are the wind beneath my wings, man.
Yeah.
And today, the chat has been off the hooks, man. We got moles, we got double H's, we got spies. And I want to tell everybody, when you say wrench, it's RINSE, a wrench.
Shit. Hey man, ranch man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. I can't say. Look, I'm not gonna say it.
I'm gonna let it go because I'm gonna get crazy here. I already said how about them Cowboys. I'm gonna let you go, man, before we get ignorant in here. All right,
no doubt,
have
bro.
a blessed day, my friend.
No doubt, man.
All right.
Yes, indeed. That's a good call from a man. I try my best to hold on to my Southern tongue as much as possible, man. You know, the authentic version of me, man. I'm going to say it my way. And have you ever noticed, y'all, you know, the people that make it big in life, they just be themselves, man. You know, they just be themselves. So, I mean, that's what I'm going to try to do, just be myself, man. That's the most powerful force in the universe is you being yourself, you know. And I will stumble over some words. I'll clean it up just a little bit, you know. But me being myself is just crazy good for a whole bunch of other stuff, you know. But neither here nor there. Last but not least, I got my guy, No Clone, Tyrone. You've been waiting here, man, from the 202. You're new on the nation, man. Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
What's going on, love?
Hey, man, all is well, bro. Can't complain.
Man, shout out to everything that you got going on the Law Nation show.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. Only thing I got today is a lot of people saying that Jerry is doing this carousel thing with the Michael Parsons signing. I feel like Jerry, I don't know what he's trying to do or what money he's trying to spend. I feel like he's trying to get a D tackle. That's my guts telling me he's trying to get a.
That's the last promise, right? Yeah, I mean they promised us an explosive guy, so we need a defensive tackle guy now. You know.
I think that's my gut. My gut feeling is that that's what they're trying to secure before they sign Michael. But I feel like they are going to sign Michael Parsons. That's the the whole reason with the clip and you seeing him, Jerry and Michael talking and having a little discussion on the field. I think that's the last piece as far as like bringing this whole thing together, you know. But as far as rating us going into the season, because I hear a lot of naysayers saying that we going 6 and 7, 6 and 10, and I hear a lot of crazy shit. I've been hearing a whole bunch of shit saying that we ain't gonna do good, but I got us going 7, going to 7 games, 7-1.
You
going into
Wait a minute, you got us.
Starting,
you got us only winning 7 games. What you got us doing?
Not just winning 7 games. I'm saying starting the season off, we're gonna be undefeated. Starting off the season 7 games.
7 games straight.
Straight 7 games straight. We're gonna start the season off 7 games straight, and
Wow.
it's gonna go up from there, and we're gonna I feel like we're gonna be a talk of the NFL, but I feel like a lot of people counting us out based off of us being new and Shotty not being a first time coach, head
Right.
coach, and all that other stuff. But I ain't counting us out. I think people scared for real because like I said, Pickens and see who gonna cover both of them. Who gonna cover them? That's my biggest argument going into this. Like we can go right now and win 11 games.
Right.
And get into the playoffs. But that's all I really have for today.
Hey, man, good call from you, man. Thank you so much for calling in. Let me hear you say it then, bro.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them, man? Good call from my guy. No Clone, Tyrone,
Goodbye.
Thank everybody, man, for tuning in to these type of episodes. As we put one foot in front of the other, it's just the reality of it is that we do wait till the last minute to make payments on these contracts, right? It do hinders the players because there's nothing in life knowing when someone got your back that they deliver for you. But when they have reservations on it, it's kind of like, hey, I thought you was there for me. I thought you was down for me. Right? Some people want that. We are all collectively tired of this particular situation of the Cowboys dragging their feet, slow to this approach, slow to that approach. And have you ever noticed like the creator talk? Let me do the creator talk. Either you're going to be hot for me or not for me, basically. I don't want nobody lukewarm, right? I want it to be all hot. What you saying that you have reservations? What you saying that you don't believe, right? Why are you doubting me, right? I want you to be hot for me. And some of these players that sacrifice their time, their strength, their efforts, they begin to look at it differently when they approach this contract situation. And all of a sudden, the move or the mood change. Now they calculating and looking at everything. And that's why I look at some of these players looking at it like that aspect. Like, man, now they see the business side of it. It was all key and fun. But now when we start talking about the money, it's just for what it is. Nobody want cold. Nobody wanted cold. Yeah. So you want to be, somebody said all in. Andrew said law like it hot and bothered, well, but it is for what it is. Appreciate you, Angie. Erica battling the emotions. Y'all crazy. Yeah. So at the end of the day, Cowboys, I don't like the contract talks, but it's necessary. It's a battle within a battle. I'm glad that everybody's showing up. This thing could be twice as bad as it is, but at least he's there and doing a hold in and not a hold out, right? And at least Donovan Ezeraku is not saying negative things about the ownership, and he's there. He just want to play football, right? And he's letting his agents do these type of things. So it's always good, Cowboy Nation. Let's go, Cowboys. If we want to talk about one other thing, like I said, the breaking news hour was that Jerry Jones having his quote-unquote new series and documentations and documentary on Netflix, right? And there's more money. What I've realized is that when you are operating in a certain pathway, that you don't have to chase the bag. The bag chases you. There's 31 other owners that they could have did this documentary on. Nobody cares about them. They want to know about Jerry. And as old and gray as Jerry is, he's still keeping up with the media, the marketing, with the planning and the decisions. All we want him to do is just step back, sit down somewhere, right? We don't care about that. We just want to win games. But Jerry, this must be something that's keeping him alive, right? Yeah. It says, Holly.
Hallelujah, $5. AI Taisha, call me girl. I'm trying to see what that thing be like. Get the number from Yellow Pages. Eyes rolling on the floor laughing.
Sheesh. Now she gonna respond to that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, indeed. But I appreciate you, man, Holly. Thank you so much for your support. She didn't really talk today. Yeah. So let's continue to grind and shine. Write this down. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night to give up your time and your peace. If all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap. If life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it. If you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan to lose all terror of your mind. If you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold or to turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset, with the help of Almighty, Cowboy Nation and everyone that's listening, you will get it. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Roll those credits, baby. Let's get it. That's been my time. Shout out to you new members.
Time to run it up. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Time to run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Time to run it up. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Time to run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Time to run it.
Come on.
You are supporting Law Nation Sports. Let's go.
Oh wow. Come on with it.
Fans don't need no friends. I got my homies.
Come on with it.
Thought I could trust you. I find out you tried to zone me.
Don't zone me.
I'm number one up on that court. I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out. Can't call me lazy.
Can't call me lazy. Shout out to you, Sadiq.
I need 6 rings like MJ.
Law Nation, let's get it, baby.
I wake
Law
thumb down
Nation.
Drip this.
Tell them run it up.
No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up
to my name, baby.
I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up.
Come on with it. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Come on with it. Sadiq Charles says, Law left me on hold chat room. I'm snitching. Oh my goodness, Sadiq. What number were you? You were the 215? Give me that first 3 numbers of that you called in with, and we get things going the best way possible. I really appreciate you so much for your support. Let's get this thing going. Come on with it. AI, Tisha, what you got for me?
Sports. In the heart of the huddle, where legends are made, Law Nation Sports brings the heat, never fades. From Cowboys breakdowns to game day sights, he's the voice of the people, the truth, and the light. With passion that echoes through every play, he'll call it how it is. No sugar, no sway. From Dak to Micah, from Lamb to the line, he sees through the noise with a vision divine. Film sessions fire like a coach on the field. Every angle and stat expertly revealed. No clickbait, no fluff, just facts and finesse. When it comes to football, Law's simply the best. A voice for the fans, the real and the true. If you ride for the star, then this show's for you. So hit that subscribe, join the huddle and crew. Law Nation's the wave. Ride it straight through.
Damn, girl. Come on with it. All right. Boy, not digitally spoken well right there. Say that last part again, lady.
If you ride for the stars, then this show's for you. So hit that subscribe, join the huddle and crew. Law Nation's the wave. Ride it straight through.
Oh man, my. Hold on, let me turn it down and let you say it one more time. Shoot. All right, come on.
Expertly revealed. No clickbait, no fluff, just facts and finesse. When it comes to football, Law's simply the best.
And remember,
a voice for the fans, the real and the true. If you ride for the star, then this show's for you. So hit that subscribe, join the Huddle and Crew. Law Nation's the wave. Ride it straight through.
Hey, come on with it. Turn it up. Turn that up.
Where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all.
The longest outro.
So tell you good night, 'cause I'll find no better one. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell you good night, 'cause I'll find no better one. Susceptible now before the moment flies.
Yeah. Come on with it. And as this room departs, be sure to splash upon the like button.
Take a drag of my cigarette, breathe me out, breathe you
In, yeah.
Take a bite of my burger, babe. Save the last bite for you, for you. Ooh. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your player too? I'll follow wherever you go, whatever you do. Player too. 7 years of
Come on with it.
7 more and another one.
And another one.
And another one. Fighting you was the one I lost. 7 wonders all in one.
All at one.
All in one.
Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. It's danger, baby.
You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you. Can
I be on?
play it too?
Yes, Angie, Rebel Chick Law Nation is sounding like Johnny Gill, but Law Nation is better. Remember, he is nothing but the best. Let's get it.
Come on with it. Shout out to your AI Tisha and Jay. Let's get it.
If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far.
Come on with it, baby.
So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly,
Shout out to my guy Warren Duncan.
forever doesn't feel
Hallelujah.
that far.
Sadiq Charles.
So far,
Let's get it.
so far.
And remember,
If a paper crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
yes, indeed, man. Come on with it. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. We about one more song. Where my guy at? Ain't nobody calling me. There you go. There we go. Come on with it. And they understand. Come on, play that song.
And they understand the cost.
Ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, are you still involved? Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still involved?
Come on, choir.
Y'all usually check
And they
on.
understand the cost.
I'm
that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. But I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. I got you. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, bring them
Gotta
baskets.
put that RAM on that amp. Dak owns. Keep in mind law is all the RAM I need.
Even
Let's
if you're
go.
giving tangibly, just put your hand on the, take your phone and stick it on the bucket. Shh. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship.
You ready to give it his worship?
Giving is worship.
Let's get on up out of here, man. Y'all have a good one. DC for life.
People need to give $20.
1,000 people. Hey, you hear that, Eric?
1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints. This is an easy miracle.
All I ask.
We should be able to raise $40,000 tonight.
I
just
stand
for y'all.
behind it.
Uncle Charles, take us out.
Is when you chop my dope down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5%, and then you call it blue magic.
Everything will be alright on any given Sunday. Yeah, depend on you if you win or lose. You know you got to pay some dues to live on Monday. Yeah.
Siddiqa Charles, we love you.